Hi. Been a while since we did anything like this. Is actually something new I wanted to try. So I have my wonderful grandma here, and we're just gonna be speaking our mind for a while. So would you mind introducing yourself?
Marta Santillan. Hmm.
Mm, Yep, that's my grandma. So I just had this like wild idea, where I just have this thing recording us for a while and keeping going just to speak our minds because I don't know, I just wanted to see how that would turn out and how well yeah, like it turns out and everything. So grandma, how's life in Ensenada? How's it like living there?
Beautiful. I live the best days in my life because I like those kind of things. People coming to sell on the street, pass for my house. If I want to get bread, very fresh bread, I got it. If I want to get very fresh vegetables, I got it because they pass for my house. Even fresh cheese from the ranch, really good one. And I don't have to go to the store if I don't want it. I just go to the store but to get the meat and milk and other things. But I really live, I feel comfortable over there. That's why. But when I came here, I like to came here because to visit my daughter and saw my grandchildren.
So just me?
I saw my grandchildren. And I feel comfortable in both ways, but right there I have my own bedroom, my bed, my everything comfortable too because I have a big house over there. That's why I enjoy it. But here I enjoy it too because my family is here, the most loved one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, cause over there grandma walks a lot since she doesn't own a car and she never learned how to drive. Is that right?
I never left.
Yeah, which can be tough on her since she's getting old and she doesn't have a lot of energy in her, which worries me time to time. But like she manages to pull through and everything like that. So how she gets here from Cincinnati here? Would you like to explain or would you want me to?
Of course, I got a cab in the morning from this Uber. I got the Uber sometimes at 6 a.m. and then at 6:15 got the bus. No, at 6:30 the bus in Ensenada to Tijuana. Then I crossed the borderline and sometimes I reach the bus at 9 o'clock. But sometimes I miss the bus and I have to wait 3 hours for the next bus. But it doesn't matter. I arrive here earliest at 3 or 4 o'clock p.m. But it's fine. I enjoyed my trip because I love to ride by bus.
Yeah,
That's why it doesn't matter to me. It's okay.
yeah, you do like to ride the bus a lot. Back then over there when she used to take care of us over in Carson, when I don't know what Dad would do when he wasn't there, probably work since he had a good paying job, $40 an hour, pretty good. But Um, yeah, she used to take care of us. You used to take the bus over there a lot as well when we were little. Since I was a little teeny little lad, little boy, not knowing how the world works, and a little misbehaved boy at that as well, mischief. I mean, unsocial but mischief at the same time. So she had to, yeah, as you like to say, Grandma, pow pow. She would like to give me pow
Of
pows.
course. One day he comes from the school, and when he knows his mother been there, ah, pow pow, and no more mad boy because no. But everything was okay. I remember sometimes I told Martin, my son-in-law, Martin, can you give me right to the blue line because I need to stay in the bus station? Desde suegra, yo te llevo hasta la estación. Suegra, I take you to the bus station. Don't be worried. Be ready and let me know what time you leaving. Okay. And he took me to the bus station. Oh, it was wonderful because I don't have to catch the bus. I don't have to catch the blue line. And I have to go directly to there. That was perfect. And sometimes when we trip to Ensenada, he go with us, with the children and me.
Yeah, he did.
I enjoy it. You remember
Yeah.
we went to get fresh fish, cook at home,
Yeah, because he had a car.
and oh, I enjoy those things.
Yeah.
But that's why I love there because it's not the things sometimes are cheap and sometimes are very expensive. But it's okay. We select a good fish, very fresh fish. And now I discover a new fish store and close to my house, como 5 minutes from my house,
Oh.
and very, very fresh fish.
So, like, what was the trip before when you didn't go to the new fish place?
Oh, we ride by bus.
So that was that long. Okay.
No, we can walk, but we don't want to walk. We prefer we catch the bus, pass in the corner of our house, go around, and then to Aurrera, and it's in front of Aurrera.
Mm. So yeah, like I said, Dad, that's what I love Dad for. He treated you very nice. He treated you like he was your like mother.
I love him. I love him because he treats me like I am his mother. And one day he tells me, suegra, because he always tells me, suegra, uh, I feel you are like my mother. Because he gave me the room and he says, suegra, I'm going to fix this room for you and I'm going to put my mother furnitures and nobody going to take it out from here. Oh, thank you, Martin. But with me, he was a very nice person. I don't say he was perfect, but he was a wonderful person. And I feel comfortable because he was respectable. How did you say that?
Respectable?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, respectable.
And he was friendly, and sometimes he says, "Suegra." You remember when he has to go someplace? Suegra, what time is your meeting? Because I need to go to and I need you to take care of the children. Okay, take me to the meeting now, and then pick me on this time, and I be ready to take care of the children. Oh, that was perfect for me because I don't have to walk to the church. You remember? And he takes me there. A beautiful reminders. What is this? Rememberings?
Reminder.
Reminders. Yeah, but those gone. But okay, we are still here.
Because I remember I still have some stories of that as well. Like one time I believe me and Darlene and our cousin James, we dig this big old hole in the backyard, and we filled it up with water. But we didn't know that you couldn't make a pool without putting like the tiles and the cement, all that, to keep the water in. So we just kept on putting water in the hole until it was just mud, and we just started like playing and jumping in there. And when Dad came to check on us to find out, he was like, part of my language, I chingao bagmanayoso or something like that. Like, I missed to get inside and clean up. I ain't. He was like mad, but he was like, but I guess when he was
Funny.
looking back, when he was looking back on it, I think he preferred me to do that than just stay inside all day and do nothing. I think like when he looks back at that, I think he prefers that over me just staying inside. So yeah, it was fun because over there as well, our cousins, like most of our cousins live like where I live, so it was like our cousin James lives behind us, but he also goes sometimes over there to his dad because personal things about that and his parents. Then we have Judah. Judah lives next door in the house, like the far house below. Since there's like one, two, three, four, five, six. There's six houses next door, so it's like a compound. We used to call it the compound, or we still do call it the compound. So over there, there's Little Johnny, Daniel, and I don't know the names. I'm so
girl,
sorry.
the girl.
That was I think. I'm sorry. I'm terrible at remembering names. I feel like Dad's like shaming me for not knowing these names right now. Like, hi, Mister. I taught you this. So yeah, there was Little Johnny. Me and him were like close. Like we're like friends, but we're cousins. There was also Daniel. He was chill. They lived in the big house next door. It was the biggest house there. Then there was Sia with her daughter. They were very nice to us,
Okay.
Angie, and they were very nice. They took care of us time to time. As well as there was Judah used to live there, but not anymore. So I think someone else. Autumn lives there and with her mother and father.
Angela.
Angela, I think so. Yeah. And then there was. I'm so bad at this. I'm so bad. I'm forgetting so much. No. This is hurting my brain so much. I'm having such a hard time remembering these names. My dad's so disappointing me right now. I just know it. He would be so disappointed in me right now for not. The Angie. I know she was called by something else, but I know her nickname was the Angie to us, but she wasn't really. It's a long story. So the Angie with Frank. Then there's Frankie with his son and his wife. They lived in the second biggest house there. Then, like I said, there's Judah and Chanel and Autumn. Pretzel sticks. That was the nickname I gave her. Autumn was the other. So yeah, that was like most of the cousins. Then there was Jax, Jelena, and then their stepbrother Silas, who lives somewhere all over there near the sea and the harbor and all that, I think. Well, it's somewhere where there's like a cargo depot somewhere there. They live over there where there's like it's like Ensenada, but like there's no sand, so you have a less chance of like slipping since like there's a bunch of sand over there in Ensenada. There's no like
Rosarito.
I think so, I don't
He
know.
lives in Rosarito.
I don't
Tecate.
probably I don't know. I'm not too sure. I never looked into that. But it's like yeah. So then there was Noah and Jeremiah, who used to live close, like somewhere close, but now they're all the way in Arizona, as well as Destiny and Chicha. They live in Arizona as well, where it's blistering heat over there, which I love because I'm wearing a black sweater right now, and it's pretty hot outside since it's like 3:04 when the time we're recording this. So yeah, pretty nice. So yeah, but like family fall apart. There was also my Uncle Johnny, Uncle Frankie. And yeah, like the family fell apart ever since my dad passed away in January. It was pretty sad since they
February.
well, yeah, February. Yeah, passed away in February. It was almost his birthday, which is the most saddest part about that, since won't be able to celebrate his birthday. And yeah, it was a dark time for me on that day. I think that's where I fully switched over to personalities, because
Totally.
mostly because back then I was a very unsocial kid. I did not like being around other kids. I was not very social. I did not like hanging out with cousins either. But like when I was like little and like, well, I mean not little, but like around in my 6th and 7th years in middle school. Then 8th grade, I started to come out of that phase. but I wasn't like too sure if I wanted to be in this phase. So I kept a little bit of the personality, but um I basically kind of stayed the same, but I kept the personality bit. But when like my dad passed away, that's when I was like done. I had a identity crisis, I think, or somewhat of that, and then it's 180. I'm a crazed, spastic, cartoon little child I am, and yeah, that's basically the story of my personality. So yeah, how would you describe me nowadays as my personality, Grandma? Since you haven't gotten
I
a chance
think a
to.
nice personality, because except when you are with your friends and
Yeah.
speak slang things, but you are a helper person. You are polite person with me, with me,
I'm polite with
and I
everyone.
really appreciate that, because nowadays the children are not so lovely, and they are not polite.
I mean, there are
And
some. There are
you
some.
and you are polite and nice person, and I think your mother educate you and your daughter, your sister,
My daughter, I'm
your
not married yet.
and your sister in the best way as she can. Because they always be polite. My son and my daughter were Isabel were nice people. They don't care if you people would be poor or be rich. They've been polite with that person. That is very beautiful. Uh, what is this? Very beautiful. Behave, behave. Polite rulers are very important in the life of the humans, and I think both of you are okay. Uh, yes, when your friends be here, try to close the mouth a little bit, because sometimes use very bad words,
Yeah,
and that is not right. But if you want to use that one, I don't know, except you.
because I mean, I only use those words for maximum comedic effect. Even nowadays, it's not really considered comedic or comedy. It's just you have to pull it right. You gotta do it right in order for that stuff to actually be funny. Um, but yeah, I am a very like say I'm a polite person. I could help out people if I could, but pandemic and all that. So I can't really go door to door and help people out because like my friends, I do give them a hard time because of my goofy, wacky personality, but I still care for them. I still care for my friends. I still care for Ray Ray. I care for Jer, Soft Spirit. I care for my friends. I care for my friends a lot because they are my friends. I cherish them. I cherish friendships because like when they're having a hard time, well, if I could, I would talk to them.
Sometimes I feel your friends attack to you. I don't know. I hear two boys
I mean,
when
yeah.
they try to always pinching, pinching.
I mean, that's Javier and
I
yeah.
don't know if they are kid or what, but you are not attack them, and they intend to bother you. I don't know.
I mean, it's just one of them. I don't know. I don't know if there's. I just know it's Javier. He's like that, but I mean, he still cares for me as a friend.
Oh, okay.
He just likes to do it because he knows I can take it. I can take jokes. I can take anything. If you make
Okay.
fun of me and
Okay.
for my looks, I'm just gonna laugh first.
The risk is when you throw them a boom. If they okay, okay.
That was back in like my phase where I was very unsocial because they were my only friends at the time of my very unsocial life.
Okay.
So, yeah, I just know I can take a joke. I can take an insult as well. I'll just laugh it off, because I think it's funny. I think everything's funny because
Okay.
if someone mocks me or something, I'm just gonna laugh at them first because I just think it's funny for some reason.
But let me tell you something. Change the conversation about Ensenada. You know why I love my house? Because it's very fresh downstairs, and I live downstairs.
It is.
I don't need air conditioner. I don't need nothing. I need heater.
Oh,
But it doesn't matter. I just put a bunch of blankets,
you have some pretty thick
and it's
blankets.
okay. And good pajamas, and that's no problem.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because I remember, I mean, like, I don't know why, but every time we would go over there, we would somehow get sick. And I don't know if we were doing it intentionally or if it was actually something wrong.
It's because you doesn't like there.
Oh.
Because you remember one time, the whole week you be sick, and when you cross the borderline, you are healthy.
Oh, it's
You
a
remember
miracle.
that?
It's a miracle. I think I remember that. I don't know. Because I remember. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Oh, no. Little DiMaggio, what were you doing back then? Oh, no. Ay, ay, ay. I don't know.
Pues ay, 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 sí, ay, ay, ay. Yeah.
I was a mischief child, but not as mischief as I am now today with the stunts I pull.
No, it's okay. Everything it's okay. Just try to live, take it easy, and take your life in the best way as you can.
Yeah.
And you will be okay in the future. When you be a worker, try to be a good worker, the best as you can, because that is the way I used to my life. I didn't know if you be a good worker, but when I punch my card, I start to work and work hard, and my bosses always appreciate my job. That's why uh, I sometimes I ask myself, how come these people resist me for 10 years, 7 years, 16 years in the same company? Because not because I educate, not because I have a high education, no. Because I be nice, I be polite, and be helper. And that is the rulers to be nice to the other people. Be helper. If you somebody needs your help, don't stop to do it. Do it. If you it's a lot of job and you must to push it in things like that. And your boss is necessary to see you doesn't stolen his time. He wants to see you working. One day my boss says, Marta, why you don't teach your friends the things you are learning? Because I studied the Bible, and when I don't know what they see in me, but they says, why you don't teach your friends to workers, partners, workers, the things you are learning? I says, no, Nino, this is not. This is a personally. If they don't want to learn this, I cannot force them to learn that my beliefs. I studied this because I like this, but they don't like it. That's why I cannot show them or teach them whatever I learning.
Yeah, because like now you don't work at all. You're retired. You're living a good life. You own technically an apartment, and people pay you.
Yes. No, except the upstairs. One lady only, because in the other apartment lives my grandchild, my son. No, what is this? My nephew,
Um,
Martin. He lives in next apartment upstairs, and I didn't charge him any rent because he is studying, and I don't want to charge them rent.
when they're
And downstairs lives now he just live one mother and his son. I didn't charge the rent too. And the other ladies who used to live there, I didn't charge the rent because all of them has not a lot of money. And I says, how come I going to charge rent to these people if I don't need that money? I says I don't need it because I have enough to survive. You know, money never is enough. But if you other people is working for a little money, and you're going to take that money to them. No, the house is alone. One bedroom alone. One bedroom over here alone. That's why I didn't care to charge money to them. And this lady, she lives now. She lives with her son, and they are very good people. They help me. They take care of my kids when I am not at home. They sometimes the boy call the Uber for me. Even sometimes he pays the Uber for me. That's why I find really really nice people over there who helps me without asking them for help. They help me just because they want to help me, and I really appreciate that. That's why I am really happy over there, and especially because I have my big house and I don't have to pay rent to nobody. That's why it's another thing. And I receive at home wherever any people who wants to visit me. I cook for them. I try to be helper, to be hospitality, and I enjoy it, those things. Ay, macho.
No. So, how did you? What year did you first come to California?
In 1972.
72. What was it like back then in 1972? I'm curious from a person who actually came from the time of that era.
Mm, I didn't understand.
Um, what was it like back then in 1970?
Like how it was the life over here.
In 1972.
It was very nice life because rents were very very cheap, totally cheap.
Oh,
One single was $45 rent. One single
oh
apartment.
my god, a month?
Yes, a month.
Oh, gee,
But
you're living nice.
but one more thing is the salary of one person minimum wage was $65 a week.
So that's why they increased the prices
Uh-huh.
nowadays, because we were cheating the economy.
Yeah, and the what is this? The minimum wage each person it was 135 an hour. 135 an hour.
Back then, the economy was pretty good to live in.
Yeah, rent's very cheap, clothes, everything was cheap. You went to the store with $10, you make a big groceries. You buy a lot of things with $10,
Mm.
and gas was $6 the bill. Electricity, almost nothing. But now everything is expensive, but especially the rents. The rents is the most expensive things because food you can buy wherever you can buy, but rent you must to pay. It doesn't matter if you work or you not work, you have to pay the rent,
Yeah,
and
'cause-
that is very hard for the people. That's why I don't want to move from Ensenada. I want to stay there.
yeah, I can see why. Since looking back and then looking at the times now, it just seems like really depressing to look at how our society and economy has risen up the stakes of everything, pricing, stuff like that. It's horrible.
Oh, and one more thing is sometimes you paid a lot of money for rent, and sometimes the person in charge from that building, the manager, bother a lot. If you cannot receive any visit, you can to stay to pass the night in your house. You cannot has a party totally, because they feel bother. They think we bother them, They think we're, oh, I don't like that. I don't like that.
Now we're just talking about politics and the economy. Let's move away from politics. This is not political. We're not political, I swear. I'm pretty big dumb. So, what year were you? What year were you born? I'm curious because I never asked that.
When
Yeah, I never asked that.
I born in November 11, 1948.
1948.
This, now 2011, I didn't pay my ID. I didn't pay for my ID because I got it 3 11s together.
Oh no.
11, 11, 11. They says, we will not charge you this year.
Oh,
They give me my ID free.
oh,
Funny.
yeah, funny. Because we were born in the same month, November. I'm born in November 29, 2005. You're born in November 11, 1948.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And what was it like back then in the 1940s? You were just a wee little child.
No, 1948, I didn't born yet. I didn't born yet. I born in 48, 1948.
So how was it back then in 1948?
Oh, I cannot, what is this? I don't understand.
Oh no.
Mira, 1948. My father passed away in 1950. I was 19 months old when he died. And 1950, oh, it's almost,
Is it common in the family that our fathers pass away?
yeah.
Because it happens with you, it happens with mom, it happens with me. So I don't know if this is a tradition now. I'm concerned that this is now a tradition where in the family the father passes away.
Yeah, most of the times. Most of the times father pass away before mother, but sometimes the mothers, but most of the times father.
Dang, talk about
And mine was when I was 19 months old, 1 year and a half. And well, I didn't know him. I saw him just in one picture, and I think he was a good guy too. Because my mother says your father was a good guy. Try to find a good husband for your kids be a good ones. That is difficult to get a good husband. That is difficult, really, seriously.
So back then, I know you can answer this. Was it really hip and trendy back then in the 1990s and 1980s with all the discos and pop songs and all when high school stereotypes became a thing? Well, I don't know what that means, but you got your typical jock, you got the nerd, you got the pretty boy, cheerleading squad, something like that. What was it like back then in 1980?
In those days, well, I like to see the cheerleaders, and I like to see. I will not be aficionado to any sport, but sometimes I watch baseball because sometimes your grandpa watch TV, baseball on TV, or football, things like that. But I didn't know exactly what they are playing. But the cheerleaders, it was nice. It was nice because it was different,
It's something you can understand.
totally different. Because kids be a kids, not exactly promiscuous. Promiscuous, it means when they are very young and they be and get a sex and whatever. No,
Oh, gee, oh,
they were be a kids, and they were kids. No, and I think it was nice. The girls, you remember? No, you don't remember.
yeah.
The mini falda, mini skirt.
Oh,
And 1970s, 1980s, the girls wear minifalda. But sometimes one guy tried to rape them.
oh no, oh no.
Yeah, because but just very very rare, not frequently, because people doesn't be use drug users very often. Be once on the time, and but nowadays many people is drug user. Nowadays, uh, oh, many people die from the drugs and kill them each other for the drugs and
Drugs.
whatever. What is how do you call that? Drugs?
Yeah,
Drugs?
drugs. Yeah, I just like how you say drugs instead of drugs. I just like it like
What is
drugs.
the name?
Drugs.
Drugs. Okay, drugs.
But like keep on saying it like drugs. I like it that way. Sounds very nice.
But I don't know if it is the right.
You know, people will still understand what you're trying to say. Like drugs. It's just like saying drugs but with an accent.
Oh, okay, okay. And that was the difference because the girls nowadays you don't know when one is lesbian or when one guy is gay.
Yeah.
In those days when I be a young, girls live, one mother has a 5 6 and the neighbor has a girls coming with here, and nobody tried to have that ugly situation. No, they be a friends. They be a friends only, and they be respect. They feel respect each other. And nowadays, you see a bunch of girls, and you don't know if they are couples or if they are just friends. Because nowadays it's really hard for the girls and the boys to select what situation they wanted. If they want to be gay or if they want to be normal person. They don't know. They are very confused
Yeah.
nowadays.
Or there's like trans and like bisexual, asexual. There's
Yeah,
a lot of
yeah, it's very confused the people nowadays. And you go to the doctor now, and they always uh, try to uh, discover if you need a psychotherapeuta, psychiatra, or whatever, because people are very confused nowadays. In any place, in any part of the world you go, you're going to find people crazy or with mental problems. That's why I be glad to born in the 1948 and growing up in those days because people were totally different, totally different.
I can see that. Yeah, people like I can see like people like back then in the like the what's that dude's name that looks like Hitler but has a hat? Charlie Chapman. Charlie Chapman.
Oh, Charlie Chaplin.
Charlie Chapman. Back in the day of Charlie Chapman, people were just like I would say like Goose. Yeah, like Goose and Gas. I can imagine that from that time and era. Now, like in the when like technology is introduced, let's say 1980 to 1990. Let's just say people are more hip and trendy. Well, like not like the 2000s. It's like where there was like the jocks and all that. It's where came out and all that. And then like the 2000s, everyone was like all about like extreme stuff, like about like biking and doing skateboard tricks. Everyone was like very like how do I put this? Or how do I say this? Everyone was just into like extreme sports, like
Oh,
biking, skateboarding, scooters doing tricks and stuff, being like, oh rad dude, like all that stuff, like skate, like also surfing as well. like everyone was like all like they had this obnoxious tone of like right on, man, or like dude, that was killer sick, man, like all that talk, like
The problem nowadays is people has no respect for the life.
yeah, everyone's like offended about the
They
small.
don't care the life, and they don't know who is the belongs the life, who is the owner of the life, and that's why they don't care. They take it out the life from anybody, and they don't care, and even their own life. Do you think those extremely sports it's okay for them? It's too dangerous because they don't know what time fall down and kill themselves, and that's why I know it's very important to be different, to do special things, but their life are in one a little thread. Never know when this broken it and boom.
Yeah, because nowadays everyone just like a lot of controversy and like all this stupid stuff where people get offended over the smallest things possible, like feminists. Feminists are the most the people who get offended the most over the stupidest and smallest things, as well as cancel culture. Like all these people, like Twitter, it's like where all like the cancel culture is. Like let me explain what cancel culture is. Cancel culture is when someone or a group of people, when someone says something offensive or they don't like to hear, they try to it mostly has to do with someone saying something on Twitch or YouTube, where people record themselves playing games and all that and saying stuff like what we're doing right now. If they say it's like something that offends them and they do it unintentionally, they're still gonna cancel. Like canceling means like get them off like the platform, like make them like force them or make them get off the platform that they love doing, and like it's really toxic because like you never know if they actually intended it or not.
Cancer. You say cancer?
No, not cancer. Cancel.
Cancel. I don't know what is that.
It means like if you want to back out of something. It's like saying go back.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like yeah, like let's say you have the option, like if it said, "Are you okay with this?" Like or like, "Are you sure you want to go through this?" Sometimes they'll give you the option to press OK or cancel.
Oh, okay.
Cancel like back out. Like people are saying back out, back out.
The only thing I will like to cancel is, for example, those technology.
Technology?
A lot of technology. The kids spend many hours in playing, and they didn't talk. They didn't
I mean,
study. For example, in my own ways, we know mathematics by hand. We do the mathematics by hand. We even in our mind, any problem in our mind, we solve it in our mind. Nowadays, the kids don't know to do that. They don't know to get a pencil and make in one paper the mathematics.
I mean,
No, they don't know how to do. They always expect to use the computer, or they always expect to use the cell phone because they don't know how to do by hand.
because
And that's make the kids totally indefense. Indefense. I maybe I like to cancel that one, but in other ways, people is smart, but is very smart. The kids, but they involve in things who stolen their own brain. For example, do you think one girl going to make in 3 months the level for 1 year education, mathematics and letter and make whatever?
it's possible. Yeah, you could learn everything about mathematics in 1 year.
No, in 3 months.
Oh, in 3 months. Okay. they'll probably only learn like remember like and learn like a fraction, eh? No pun intended. Because math fractions, they only learn a fraction of that.
Mhm.
Jesus, I need to get counts.
But uh, I like to only that thing because the other one is a progress. But sometimes the progress are stolen the life from the humans.
Yeah.
For example, nowadays with the robotic and everything, what's going to happen with the humans?
Not this side.
Do you think if you one robot serve the table, one robot talk, one robot welcome at the restaurant, if you one robot do whatever, many things.
Then more of the
How about the
humans.
humans?
Yeah.
The humans always make more. Their brain are burning. Their brain are burning. Why? Because sometimes you use drugs, sometimes the technology, sometimes alcohol, so many things stolen their brain,
Yeah.
and that's why I feel so sad about that. But I hope my children, my grandchildren, be smart, and even my dinosaurio. You remember me? Who is my dinosaurio? Mars.
Mars. Oh yes.
Here's you and
My
Berlina and
mom.
my lizards.
Yes, Mars on my mom's side.
And Dino is my dinosaurio. And I hope they be smart and don't get drugs and try to be uh, just smart and loves God, loves their parents. Because if you will love Jehovah, God, we will be better in our life. Everything will be nice. And I think that's why I make the right things in my life. Some people are very sad, very uh, confused in their life
Yeah.
because
But the thing is, technology is so advanced that it, well, it's, most people like work with technology. Their jobs are basically technology, like YouTube and Twitch. That's some people's jobs, and they make a living off of that and to survive. And I can get like how you think on what's gonna happen to civilization if we rely on a robot to do everything, but if I can get it. Like if you compare a robot and a human to make a burger,
mm,
like most likely the human will have more flavor and taste, but the robot's just gonna like make the burger. He's not gonna put any love to it like a human would do.
yeah, and robots never going to supersede the humans because humans are made for Jehovah, for God, and robots are made by men. Men is totally deficient than Jehovah. Jehovah is the biggest one in the universe, the powers one, the powerful in the whole universe. But is sometimes humans try to be equal like a Jehovah. That's impossible, but they intend to do the best as they can. But anyway, I hope sometimes I like to be humans be super eight, be educate, be smart, be has many things. But if they are so smart, why they didn't can do by pencil and one piece of paper, one small mathematic problems. Do you understand that?
I can see where you're
Because I think if I am smart, I can do by in computer. I can do my myself. I can do pencil and piece of paper, I can do and wherever I can do it because I am smart.
Big brain.
I consider to myself a smart person. I consider to a smart person. You know why? Because I didn't use drugs.
This was all leading up to a message from
Oh yeah. No.
don't do drugs, kids, unlike I did.
Try to think if you one person who use drugs is smart or not. What do you think?
I don't know. We have to test that out.
No, I'm
But
not.
no, like not here though. Not here though. Because
No.
like let scientists test that out. Let someone else test that out. Like someone who actually knows what's in
No,
cocaine.
no.
Cocaine.
Be smart is to run away from the dangerous situation. To use drugs is not a nice situation. To use alcohol, whatever, all kind of toxic.
Well, I'm the opposite of that.
The Bible says the smart person when they saw the dangerous, they never go to them. They run away. Or what do you think? If you see something wrong over there, you going to check it up of what happened?
No, most likely it's really it's really hard because at the same time you're scared, but at the same time you're curious.
No, but it's better to run away because you know it's dangerous. If you saw that's dangerous, run away. No, don't be curious because the curious kills the cat.
George didn't die, so that curious
Yeah.
George didn't die though.
Yeah, that's why. And that's why I consider myself smart. I think I have been smart.
Well, I'm the opposite of being smart. I do a lot of questionable things,
Okay.
like get scammed or not scammed. I should say invest in a fake gold chain that someone sold to me, or because like I think. Well, I mean, in 8th grade, I did snort some Kool-Aid powder in drama class, and saying that nowadays, that probably explains a lot of problems. And I was sneezing for the whole day ever since I like snorted like Kool-Aid powder.
And what is that?
Like the Kool-Aid powder to make Kool-Aid, like that drinks.
Oh,
The powdered version. I snorted
Manile. Who gave you that? Or what happened?
because like I was just there was these thing called powder pops, but its first name was very let's just say it wouldn't go well with.
Didn't you use cocaine?
No. No. Okay, let me explain, cause
Who told you that?
no, Grandma, let me explain. So, okay, so there's these, like I said, these things called powder pops. The original name was very, let's just say it wouldn't go well with people, with the African American people. The name wouldn't suit really well to them, so we called them powder pops. And what you would do is you would have like this airhead candy thing you wrap around like those blow pops, and then you would dump that blow pop that was wrapped around the airhead candy thing and dip it in Kool-Aid. Then you get Kool-Aid powder and like
Anile by the nose.
no, you dip the Kool-Aid into the Kool-Aid drink, and then you get a baggie, you put the powder in there, and then you put the lollipop in there, and then you shake it so the powder can stick on. Since the Kool-Aid was dumped, the powder can stick to the pop, and so yeah, that's how you made powder pops. But I don't think no one makes them anymore. Well, not kids anymore. But this was in drama. I had some questionable friends, let's just say, and they dared me to snort the powder, and I did, because like I was at that stage where I would do a lot of stupid stuff, but at the same time I'm not a social person. So I snort the powder, and I was sneezing for the whole day.
Oh, that is no good.
But I don't know if it really affected my brain. So I guess you can say they call me lucky for a reason, since nothing bad happened other than me sneezing.
Well, I hope do not intend to do anymore
No.
because of things like that, not see the
Yeah,
things.
it was really bad. I hate it. So I don't intend on doing it again. But I do intend on making those powder puffs things. I remember they were pretty good. They were pretty good to eat, but very, very sweet since there's like a bunch of sugar. Because remember, you got the blow pop, you had the airhead, you had the Kool-Aid powder, and you had the Kool-Aid drink. So that was like combining a lot of grams of sugar. So I don't recommend having it like every day, since it's an easy way to get diabetes. It's ironic since my dad had diabetes. But anyways, yeah, I don't recommend having it all day. I mean, like once a month or once a week, it should be good to have it as a sweet treat.
I know. Okay, Macho, this conversation finished
All right.
because I'm going to do something else. Okay?
All right. Well,
Nice to talk to you, Di Macho.
nice to talk
That's
to you,
why
Jeremy.
your grandma loves you very much.
I love you.
You are you are my first grandchildren, which one I call my lagartijo flacuchón. Means lizard, skinny lizard.
Skinny lizard. Yeah, 'cause I'm skinny.
Yeah.
Hi.
Oh,
You. All right. Well, thank you for coming on.
okay, thanks.